Be sure to catch the next episode of Just Talking It Up on iTunes, Stitcher, your favorite podcast app, or on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.
Hey, you forgot our names.
No.
You did. You forgot our names.
Don't be silly. I'm Janet, you're Crash, see?
She's just like a goose. She wakes up in a new world every day.
This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Thursday, May 30th. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather looking like summer for the next few days. Got a little tropical action to talk about, maybe some drier air here next week. So let's go in there and take a look. We'll check some of the Skycam shots as we peek out the window this afternoon. That's first off coming from Trussville. Mostly cloudy. Temperatures are generally in the low to mid-80s. Not quite as warm as forecast today, but nobody's griping about that. That's the Hamilton Skycam. Very similar sky. A broken field of cumulus clouds up in northwest Alabama's Marion County. And down south, a mix of sun and clouds on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Weather down there looks fine. About 6 to 8 hours of sunshine each day through the weekend with a few scattered showers about, but nothing really widespread. Here we go. More severe weather. Negative tilt trough producing severe weather all the way from Oklahoma into the Great Lakes today. Temperatures are mostly in the 80s. Birmingham and Gadsden, 82. Tuscaloosa, 85. The warm spot, Montgomery, they've got 89. Off to the west, tornado watch boxes from Oklahoma into Arkansas, Missouri, parts of Iowa, Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin. That's the southernmost watch for parts of Oklahoma, including Tulsa, Oklahoma City, until 10 o'clock tonight. There is a moderate risk of severe weather in that particular tornado watch for, again, Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Surrounding that, the standard slight risk from near Lake Texoma to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Tomorrow, a moderate risk. Again, Oklahoma, they had a rough ride the last few weeks. But again, this is the core of their tornado season. That is in effect for places like Oklahoma City and Tulsa, over towards Springfield and Joplin. A slight risk up into Chicago, Indianapolis, to near Detroit and Grand Rapids. Day 3, this is Saturday, the standard slight risk from Dallas-Fort Worth to Cleveland and Detroit. That would include Little Rock and Memphis, Indianapolis, just north and west of the state. But no organized severe weather expected here. And on day 4, which is Sunday, a risk way up in the northeast United States. Tropical weather. Hurricane season for the Gulf and the Atlantic kicks off here in a few days on Saturday. What you see there, that clump of convection sitting on the Mexican Gulf Coast down the Bay of Campeche, that's what's left of Barbara. That was a hurricane that made landfall in the eastern Pacific yesterday, made the journey over land, and it's trying to come out into the Gulf. And, you know, if it maintains its identity, it will keep the name in the Gulf. But the Hurricane Center expects it to drift slowly westward back over land. And there's a chance it will probably fizzle out over land tomorrow, but still there's evidence of mischief down there in coming days. We'll take a look at that. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock local time tomorrow afternoon at 500 millibars. Better dynamics way north of here. And down below that, really, it's the same old song and dance. The weather's just not going to change a lot. Partly sunny, a few scattered showers and storms, the better chance during the afternoon and evening hours. Highs in the 80s. Just for the fun of it, here's the high-resolution NAM, valid at 3 o'clock local time tomorrow afternoon. And you can see a few little hit-and-miss showers and storms out there. Trying to tell you now where it's going to rain tomorrow, it's impossible. But a lot of places will be dry. Odds of being hit by a shower would be about 1 in 4. This is Saturday as we start the weekend. Really the same thing. Maybe the coverage increases a little bit based on this high-res NAM. Maybe a 1 in 3 chance of any one spot getting a shower Saturday afternoon. Again, highs holding mostly in the mid-80s, maybe upper 80s in spots. Sunday, showers and storms could show an increase with a front approaching from the north. That's still not to say it's going to rain all day, but it should rain at times on Sunday. Severe weather not expected. The main dynamics way north of here. And by golly, the GFS just wants to dry us out on Monday. And this is the second run. We've seen this, and we'll start leaning that way in the forecast. We can kind of scale back and maybe even take out the chance of showers completely on Monday. It won't be much cooler, but it would be less humid if this is correct. There's a look at Tuesday. Now, Tuesday morning, if we get into the dry air, we might see some pockets in the upper 50s. That'll feel good. But the high Tuesday should be in the upper 80s, and this would suggest a sunny sky. And Wednesday, we're still in dry air of next week. And then finally, Thursday, the moisture comes back with evidence of a chance of scattered showers or storms. And again, we're watching what's happening down south. You can see that broad low that's over the Yucatan. We'll go out there a couple of more days. This is June 8th, and all of a sudden the GFS wants to have a surface low showing up around Pensacola, Fort Walton Beach, and Destin. It's a broad low. This is not a hurricane or really a tropical storm, basically a tropical type low or a wave. And the heaviest rain would be east of that center if by chance this is right. And Alabama would be on the drier side. But this would bring some heavier rain to places like Jacksonville and Tampa Bay and Daytona. And again, that's if this is correct. We just don't know that yet. But there's been very good consistency in this idea. End of the forecast is June 15th. The higher heights over New Mexico, big upper high out there, and you don't want to see those around here. It gets blazingly hot. But there's a weakness across Alabama, and if that's right, we'd have a few showers around with temperatures not that bad. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog. Next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you can, watch us on ABC 3340 News on the live stream or the television side this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.
Hi, I'm Steve Sample with Bama Talk. Don't miss a single episode of Bama Talk Show, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, or your favorite podcast app, and on the web at bigbrainsmedia.com.